Hey kids, welcome. Mark Miller here. Roy's going to join us in about an hour, I think, and we'll see him a bit. How you doing? Good to see you with us. Good to have you with us. Let's get in right to our where we left off yesterday, and that is with our expression evaluator. We are trying to, and by the way, for apologies, I am stuffy nose again today. So I don't know what's going on with that. So we'll go get some music going here. All right. Got some funky music for this morning's coding. I'm trying to build something like this. In my UI, we've got, let's bring that up. We got some features, some Dungeons and Dragons scripts out here. One of them is Wild Surge Rage. It's got a script like this. I want to be able to step through this script. That's what I want to be able to do. So let's look at that. Like this. Did a little bit of work since we left off yesterday. I added a push stack and pop stack function to the expression evaluator because one of the things I realized is I was noticing as we were evaluating different pieces in here, this, for example, goes out and calls a function, our set function, which is right there. And the set function goes back into the expression evaluator, calls get, which goes back to evaluate, throws it right back out inside. So now what I did is I created a push stack and pop stack, because otherwise things were just getting messy. And so what it does is it creates what we're calling a stack frame. And it's just simply got, the stack frame's got the original script that we were working on and the last known instruction pointer. And we push it. Then we set the original script now to the current expression and the instruction pointer to 0. And our pop stack just restores the original script and the instruction pointer. And I just have the code wrapped like this. So we call evaluate externally. In the middle of working on one script, we're going to push everything on the stack. That also allows us, let's see if we can go find it. Right here. I think we got our event handler in here. It allows us to check to see, hey, are we nested? In other words, is the stack frame count greater than 0? If we are, let's not go into that data or the detail. And so we're kind of filtering out here. So we can only look at the higher level stuff if we choose to. Now, let's create our test case that gets us at this breakpoint here. Or at least go through the steps to get to it. We have to do a couple things to get it because there's so many scripts activating all the time. We have to get to a certain state to kind of reduce the amount of noise we see. I tried to create a test button right here, but it didn't do enough of the pieces. And so we can refine this in a bit, but I'll just go through the steps manually for now. So we're going to hit enter combat.
Fred.
We're going to switch to Fred. We're going to activate his Wild Surge Rage. And then we're going to come back over here to debug and check on test breakpoint. And looks like, why don't we get a roll of the dice? Oh, because we're not on the right players page. Let's go switch over to players. All right, looks like I might have to do that again, or maybe I got it. Let's see. Let's, I'm gonna hide the back overlay here, just turn it off. And let's look at our watch window. Let's bring that up. Right here. And we're looking at these two lines here. Let me bring this up a bit. So, in fact, actually, let's turn off Fred for a second, so you can see more of this. So I've got two things here. I've got this section, which is calculated by going into the original script and doing a substring at the instruction pointer. And then I'm checking it against the code that's passed into it right here. If these both are starting the same, hold on. If these both are starting the same, then that means that our instruction pointer is correct. That's what we're looking for. So we can step through the code and see where we have problems. And that's what I want to work on today and make sure that this is correct as we step through this code all the way through. So, so far so good. The code we're stepping through, here, let's take a screenshot of it. It's this. And there's my screenshot. Let's start up an image editor too. All right, so my image editor up. There it is, right over there. Let's bring it up to the main monitor. There you go. All right, we'll paste this in. Okay. Now, if we're good, in other words, if these two are lining up, I'm going to put a blue mark in there. So we're basically here at this line of code right there. And we already were here. So just mark it and see what we got as we go down. Here we're at set rage activation message. This, by the way, I would say, I think this is, I want to see the call stack on this. I noticed this before, and I think it's extra, because I think we're going to get another hit for just this line of code. So I think I'm calling this an extra time. So maybe this one is not needed right here from inside Script Evaluate. Where are we calling this from? Passing the if script, the try script, the catch statement. I am almost feeling we don't need it. I think the other pieces we have are going to handle it. That's what I think. See what happens. We'll keep going. All right, so run. Next one, set rage deactivation message. Yeah, right there. I don't think it's needed. See what happens next. Set just entered wild surge rage. That's my call stack here. right here. I just want to see this. Top of this, I think we already sent it out. Oops, wait, hold on. No, hold on. We've got a bunch of internal methods here. Yeah, I think that's the one we were at right there. That's the one I think we don't need. I'll drop a marker here so we can come back to that. Okay, run editing. Setting just wild search rage false. Got that one. Next, result is equal to get roll. Barbarian wild surge. We're good. Oh, we're actually not good. Notice right here. The offset for this line is off by 4. And that can be caused by like a trim or something happening and our instruction pointer not being updated. So we get to here, we're off. That's interesting. I have an idea on where that might be, but we'll have to probably step through and get it. So if we go do this again, we'll find these two and then we'll go deep inside and we'll trace it, see where we find that one. At this point, are we off all the way? We're off by 4 all the way. Here it is again. Off by 4. Yeah. Here we're off by more than 4. Here we're off by, so now we're into the if statement right here. We've got a this is created by an expression. Which we defined yesterday. Yeah, I think it's this, which is part of if statement right here. So when we add that if statement, the result equals 1 if statement. I think I want to set a breakpoint here. Let's set a breakpoint here, maybe. Actually, I don't think I'm ever hitting this one. So let's set a breakpoint here. Condition, if condition expression dot code dot starts with result equals, I think we're too late to get it this time, but this next time we do this, we'll should hit a breakpoint because we're already past all that evaluation. Result is 2. So the good news is though, this is the thing we're on right here. So we at least have this, the code we're there. The problem is we're trying to find out where is it in the original script. That's the thing we're trying to fix here. There's result is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're at least getting the code pieces on these. I think I'm going to change color for a second. I'm going to do an underline on the pieces we're correctly getting here. So we're getting result is 1, result is 2, result is 3. Or I guess, you know, it's fair. We can just continue along the same lines we were doing before. Just put the red there. It's off. It's off. It's off. It's off. At some point, the result will go into the code. We're at 7 now, depending on what the die roll is. So result is 7. And let's run it. The result is 8. It must have been an 8 we rolled. So our next one we're expecting to get is right here. The tell DM. We're expecting to get these lines of code right here to come in. Okay, so let's run. Whoa, didn't get any of that. Oh, I think I know why. Because we, the initiative roll came off late. So let's fix all this. So we're going to exit combat. Let's, we have the dice frame, I think, still rolling. Hold on. Cody Gorilla, Genesco 7. Welcome, and look at this. Again, this is like, it seems like it requires a restart here. Let's go get that restart in there. Because I'm like, let me get our fanfares going and get that stuff in there. Yeah, it's like I have to start it twice after a reboot of the machine. I haven't quite figured out the sequence or the order of this to make it all work the first time. All right, so I'm going to close this down. I'll close this down as well. We will kill every instance of Chrome. And start up the overlays. All right, let's refresh the drone game. We'll kill the music for a second. We'll get it back. Yeah, it's interesting. I like test everything, but I don't test fanfares, and somehow the fanfares don't seem to be working. Need to investigate that. Cody Grilling, in case I didn't say hi, hello, great to have you, and Genescu7 as well. What do we got here? Genescu, no fanfare yet. Haven't worked on it in a while. I've been like so flipping busy trying to get everything done. Okay, I've got overlays only is up and running. We've got Genescu7 flying. That's good. No, we don't have. Interesting. Oh wait, let me send something out here. No fanfares. Can I do fixed?
Fixed!
So I can change scenes. What else? I think I've got a test fanfare thing in here. What's going on with fanfares? Let's go see what we can find here. So we can set a breakpoint here. See what happens here. Okay. Yeah, that's going to be a big fat 0, I think, for me. I think there's a test fanfare, though. Where's my test fanfare command? I should go check that. Reset fanfare. Command Texas fanfare. And then we have the chat message display name. I think this is what I'm looking for here. So let's do a, oh, you know what? We might be totally okay. It's just that I was looking at Genescu7 and thinking fanfare was done, but it's not. And it's like, that's probably it. So let's try this. Let's try fanfare. And let's try SX positive and see what happens there. Okay, better. Yeah, I think it's going to work. All right. Although it didn't play anything there, but I think it's because I might have the case wrong in there. I think it's all lowercase maybe. Is that true? Or no, lowercase x? Let's see what's going on. Try that version. Nope. Okay, maybe there is a problem. Let's go hit this and do it one more time. Here comes the test. Play fanfare. Still playing is true. What's going on with still playing? Last fanfare activated. it thinks it was activated. That's weird. Let's keep going. Whoa, 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 how do we get it on here? Fanfare's null. Determine fanfare to play. Let's come back up here. There he is, my bald, bearded brother from another mother. Yeah. I don't know, is it weird to say tried to get the same mother, but no. That's weird. He tried to be born from the same mom. Yeah. It's Michael Jolly. Trying to figure out where fanfares aren't working. Not sure what's going on here. User fanfares. Oh, this is the last played thing right here. User, whoa, whoa, whoa. Fanfares count as 0? Oh, wait, that's because of what? The display name wasn't found. Oh, display name is wrong. Let's set a breakpoint here. We got a second one in here. Who's the display name now coming in? Still me. Huh. Now, so did that get queued? If it's queued, I might get a shot of playing it if I just do something here. We still think we're playing. Send another message out here. I'm a big fan of sending the letter H out. Okay, here we go. Is it still me or no? Who is it? Michael Jolly. Let's step through it. What's going on? Is this just going to all work? Looks like it might work.
Michael Jolly is in the house.
Hey, Michael, how's it going? Oh, Michael. That wave was a little premature there. A little too close. All right, here we go. So, I don't know, maybe fanfares are working now. And it was just me imagining it's not. So, Michael, here's what I'm doing, buddy. I'm trying to create a script debugger where eventually it'll hopefully look something like this. Yeah, she gets tired of cleaning up all the sour cream. Because, you know, no, she's a feminist, which means I clean up the sour cream. That's what I do. But luckily we got it, you know, the pixels cleaned itself up, so we're good. So I kind of want it to look something like this. This is my initial design, but I'm ready to compromise. I want to be able to step through. If I want to step through something, I want to be able to select something that's got events like Chaos Bolt. I want to select its event on player roles, and it's actually an event handler. And then I want to see the code for on player roles. Then I want to set a breakpoint. Then I want to go cast the spell and get the breakpoint, step through it. That's kind of the way I'm envisioning it, and get some, you know, other debugging information. I'm spending a couple days trying to solve this problem because we've got so much of the engine relies upon this. Do I have it up? Excuse me, no, I don't. Let's go look at this. Bring up the spells page. And I've shown this before, but here we'll go down to like Melf's minute meters. So much of the rules are being turned into these scripts, which means I'm going to have stuff like this, and I want to be able to step through it. I want to be able to set a breakpoint. I want to be able to test it very quickly, and that's the goal. And to drill in on a particular piece and get right there and look at it, get the answer, that sort of thing. So that's what I'm looking for. I also want this tool. I haven't done this yet. Oh, yeah, I've kind of shown it a little bit. See this right here, break into C#? I want that baby as well checked, like, you know, at the appropriate times. I want to be able to, like, I imagine it, I don't know if it's going to be like this or what, but there are numbered points here where we are calling functions where we have C# code behind them. So this set and this get roll and the tell DM, all of these have associated C# code with them. These are built using a really clever architecture, which I'm really loving. It allows me to very quickly add a custom function to my scripts and pass it parameters and then do something with it. Like here I'm rolling the dice. Or no, I'm sorry, not here I'm not rolling the dice. Here I'm getting the results of the last roll by name is what I'm doing. And so, I don't know, somehow, maybe you select a line and there'll be an option over here. I haven't quite figured out the UI, but it's that's kind of what we're looking for there. Let's get some music back since Roy's not with us today. And I'm a little stuffy. So we're trying to get our instruction pointer data correct. It kind of starts off correct and gets bad. At the beginning of the show, I marked where that happened. Everywhere you see a blue up here, it was good. So it was good up here, and then it gets bad. Gets bad right here. Gets off by 4. Right about here, and I don't know why. So I want to find that out, and also it gets bad over here too. But I'm not sure. That's a separate issue. My goal is to solve both of these. So I've got just blue, blue, blue all the way down. That's what I'm looking for. And I guess for further context, I'm working with code I didn't write. So I'm inside the expression evaluator, which is the largest file I've ever seen that deals almost entirely in regular expressions. It's pretty insane. Well, I say almost entirely. It's not almost entirely, but there's a lot of regular expressions inside of this thing to do this, and a fair amount of code. It's pretty complex stuff. So we want to make sure we're not breaking anything as we go through this and modify it. The code as it was just simply parse text. But I want it to parse text and tell me where the instruction pointer is as it goes through that. So I'm modifying this code. And I think I'll take another step back and tell you where I got this code from. This code is out here. This is the expression evaluator from Coding Seb. So I'll bring a link for that. Expression evaluator Seb. Boom. Here it is right here. So that's what we're dealing with. How was your stream yesterday, Michael? This is it. It's not bad. The cool thing about this is it works. I've tested it with a lot of code and it works pretty well. The second cool thing about it that I'm really happy about is it comes with over 1,000 test cases. And we've run those test cases. At one point, it saved us yesterday. I thought everything was cool and wasn't going to be a problem. Ran the test cases, realized I made a mistake. Immediately rolled it back, made a small adjustment, ran the test cases again, everything went great. So we'll just run the test cases one more time right now because we're going to be making changes to it. We want to make sure we got a base. No, thank you. All right, I just loaded the project. Test runners grabbing those tests. Here it comes. All right, run. This takes about 15 seconds to get through all these. Nice. Okay. Everybody's passed. Okay, good. So we saw a problem. Let me tell you my hunch in here. It's a line of code I wrote. Let's go find trim code. I think it's this one. Is what I think it is. What's my conditional expression here? Maybe not, because I should have a breakpoint here when it starts a leading space. I thought I was maybe trimming the spaces there, but I haven't seen that breakpoint hit. So, coding gorilla flying around. By the way, after we do this, I'm like totally envisioning upgrades to the drones with over-the-top like weapon systems, just like giant lasers and all kinds of things, just crazy stuff. I don't know if we'll ever go there. Not a promise, but it's kind of a fun thing. All right, so maybe I'm wrong. That's kind of where I thought the problem was. So let's go through. We've got our record of where everything was going well and then where things did not go so well, right here. So let's do that and see what we get here. So do we have the D&D app running? We don't. Let's start it up. All right, visualize player data. Do I have to refresh any of these overlay pieces?
Willy Shaker.
Let's see.
Fred.
Looks like I do. Looks like I need to do the overlays here. Let's go switch back over to players. And let's initialize player data again.
Surly Dev is in the house.
Boom! Surly Dev. We almost made a show without him. We got close. Mr. AnnouncerBot's right. We got close. Every day we try to do a show without Surly Dev. All right. So I'm going to activate Wild Surge Rage. That's going to roll the dice. Let's see if that works.
Fred. Willy. Fred.
It thinks it's activated it. Oh, wait, hold on. Players. Sorry. Surly Dev, let's add a minute. Get out of the rage. All right, Wild Surge Rage is back again. Let's enter combat. That stops the clock so that the rage lasts forever. Wild Surge Rage. I'm not seeing the dice. I gotta refresh the dice, it looks like. Exit combat, add 10 minutes. Let's go look at the dice, refresh that. We need the dice to roll. Visualize player data again. All right, there's my player data.
Shaker. Fred.
Better. Let's enter combat. Wild Surge Rage. I'll let this go. I'll clean this dice up. Let this roll complete. All right. Now enter Wild Surge Rage. Boom. Boom. And boom. See if we get a breakpoint. Okay, cool. So here we are. This is the beginning of the script. If get, just enter Wild Surge Rage. Let me turn off the back overlay. Just turn it off so we can see all the code here. I've turned off Fred today too so we can see some of this in the lower left. We're lined up. right here, right? So we're just getting at the very start of it. For context, where is it? Right here. For context, we've just gone here, the very beginning, right there. We're right here. We're about to go here. That's our next point. So I'm going to say, okay, go ahead, keep running. And now we're here at the second piece. Everything's good. Okay. I'm going to hit run. And I'm going to call this still good. Well, wait, this is actually, hold on. This one's not good because this line is not correct. This should stop here. But we're about to get a second one. Hold on a second. This call stack is coming from script evaluate, which I believe, hold on. Look at the call stack again. This one. Yeah, I've got a marker around here. This I think I want to take out. I think this is giving me extra information I don't need. All right, here's the real one. And I think you would almost say, actually, we're off by 4 at this point. Our instruction pointer is off by 4. Next one, but we're back on the next one. We're in sync again on the next one. And now we're off by 4 again. Are we getting off by 4 each time? Because we have this section. Let's just see what happens if we come in here. We say -4. Okay, and let's see what the next one is at. Get roll. Yeah, this is the code we're executing. -4 puts us here instead. Interesting. Let's keep running. Now we're adding our condition. Result is 1. Start offset is 187. That's the body. Tell DM wild surge necrotic, which means we got into, we're doing this right here is that piece is being added. Not evaluated yet, that's just the body. We're just collecting all of the bodies here. And the next one's going to be result is 2. It says it's at 244. Let me write this down. $244. That's what I think it said, right? 244. Result equals 3 at 387. Gorilla, you need help? You want to find out more about the commands and things that you can execute? I think we've got some, do we have things out here? Uh-oh. We don't show how to actually fly these things around. All right. Hold on now. We've got, in here, I think we have the help coming out. And we put it in our overlay manager. Is it here? Nope. It might have been over in the Mr. Announcer bot. No, not that one. This one. Huh. Is it just this command? I don't know.
Is in the house.
There it is. Little known fact, torture works. That's why he keeps coming back to the show, right, Will? Oh, sorry, I'm off script. Let's get back on. He got bin Laden's location for the SEAL team by forcing the terrorists, devs, to code without CodeRushed for 1 whole hour. Wimps. He's done 11.5 hours. Or 11 divided by 2 hours, maybe 6.5 hours. Yeah. Eleven and a half hours? 1.5 hours? Maybe it's 1.5 hours. Yeah. Okay, so let's get back on track here. So yeah, it's the rocket controls out there in the chat room from Mr. Announcer Bot. Tells you the directions you could do there. For the rocket controls, the drone controls, once you're out, you don't need the exclamation mark to fly it. T is for throwing it. So you can catch a meteor and throw it. Kids in the chat room can help you out, Coding Gorilla, if you need more information on that, on what you want to do. Okay, back over here. What's my next conditional expression? Result is 3 at 387. Welcome, Will. Oh, I got that already. All right, good. Let's get one more. Result is 4 at 643. And all I'm doing is checking to see if the locations of result is 3 and 2 and etc. are happening at these stated locations. That would be really good, you know. So I'm gonna run. All right, now where are we? We are at, okay, the code rexing is this, boom. Our instruction pointer is at 187. That's for result equals 1. We didn't write that one down. We only started writing it 2. So we're going to skip past this. Result is equal to 2. So we're off, as you can see, off. What's this one going to do? Closer here, but still off. What happens if I go -8? I'm just playing. What if I go -12? I'm trying to play to see if I've got a -4 problem somewhere. Uh-oh. Yeah, playing seems to indicate that there's a shot I've got something that gets off by 4 every time. Why is 4 a significant number? Because the start of these lines of code look like this. \n, \r, oh, it's maybe the other way around, \t, \t. I'm suspecting this might be related, and it could be something else completely. But it's just, I'm noticing a pattern of us being off by factors of 4, is what it seems like. Okay, we're at results is equal to 2. Where did we say it was supposed to be at? 244. What's our instruction pointer? It is 244. Does the original script still look right? It does. So when we're recording it, we're off by 12 at this point. Should be Looks like it's going to be 232 based on my minus 12 mental math in my head. Let's keep going, see what the next one is. 3. What? Instruction by, oh, this one hasn't been refreshed. Still off by 12 here. So maybe the theory is when we do get off by a certain amount, it's by 4. All right? So this one is good too, off by 12. Should be 385. Nope, 375. Okay, let's see if we can get the next one. Refresh. And we're consistently off by 12. Okay. $631. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I think we're going to run this all the way through. Oh, although I didn't check. Huh. All right. All right, let's exit combat. Add 10 minutes. Wild Surge Rage is back. Enter combat. And I've disabled the scroll overlay for this view. And we'll activate Wild Surge Rage. We'll clear the dice. Here comes Wild Surge Rage. Breakpoint is there. Looks like a breakpoint, we must have lost it. Let's go. We got this one though. This breakpoint I wanted to set. Well, the problem is at this point, we're already at bad data point. 187 is probably wrong. Let's get out of here. And I think from here we can come in and do a line of code similar to this. No. Fred, how'd you get here? Whoops. Let's switch you back over here so you're gone. No. Well, instructor pointer hasn't been updated yet. Let's add I to it. That's off by a lot. Oh, because we've advanced all the way into the body of it. Hold on, we added this expression earlier, I mean. Here's where we're adding it, right here. Let's get the next one, see what we can do here. What's the script at this point? It's not what we want, pretty sure. Or was it? Dang, it was. All right. Oh, I think it might be a challenge. Disco 7 is calling you out, Surly Deb. You just want the easy coins. Those are easy coins, Surly. Surly's like, I'm going for the hard ones. Surly Deb. I can play this game with my eyes closed. Yeah, we need to make the game a little more challenging, don't we? What do we got here? This is adding the if statement here. Where do we set this? Yeah, I think I want my breakpoint here. What's I? 3, 8, 16. Yeah, come on. Get expression between pairs. What's wrong here? I want to go in here, figure this out. Okay, result is 3. Hold on a second, let's look at this. Result equals 3. We wrote down what that should be. It should be 375. And what do we got? We have instruction pointer offset plus I. It's equal to 398. Then we subtract the current expression length, I believe. So we get the 387, which is here. It's off by 12. So the instruction pointer offset is 58 coming in. What was I coming in? Because I think we're still working. Are we working with the same expression? No, we're not. There's no, I think the problem is our data's wrong outside of here. What function are we in? What? That doesn't make sense. We were in, oh, maybe because I was tabbing through. That might have happened. Okay. Let's go look at my call stack. Script evaluate is where we are. All right. Pudding. How you doing, buddy? Glad to have you here, buddy. Trying to figure stuff out. So it's a show watching me look like this, like, huh? Like this. That's my show today. Let's see what happens. I'm okay. I got a headache, but wanted to say hi. He says that to me. What are you talking about? I'm doing okay. I'm stuffy in my face. Not happy about that. Stuffy nose. And I'm trying to debug this to figure out what's going on. And I think I have just enough brain power to maybe figure it out. Maybe. We'll see. I think what I need to do is I need to come in and start a little sooner. I think I need a breakpoint in script evaluate. Let's just run and see what we've got here. Do I have another shot? Yeah, because I'm already at a point where the data is wrong. And I need to get to before kind of a reset here. Disable all breakpoints, run. Let's get out of here. Let's exit combat, add 10 minutes. That gets us back. Entering combat. Let's go re-enable all our breakpoints. And with the breakpoints re-enabled, let's activate Wild Surge Rage. Uh-oh. I don't want this breakpoint yet. I'm going to come back here. I don't think I want this breakpoint yet either. What are we on? Yeah, we're in the activate feature Wild Surge Rage, which is going to trigger a whole bunch of script pieces. All right. Yeah, this is making this tricky to debug it because I've got to go clear all my breakpoints and then come right back, I guess is what I got to do. And get the timing just right on this. Yeah, we're doing down here, you can see, here's comes roll the dice. Boom. This is all rolling the dice. Activating the feature. All right, now we're in the code we want to be in. I think. Yeah. We are. Okay. So now I want to go back to script evaluate. I'm going to set a breakpoint here. Let's see what we do, what we get. All right. Okay, script evaluate. Okay, so now in script evaluate, I want to do this. Script. Are we passing an I? We are not. And then I want to do, did I put script? I thought I did. Script, which nobody can see. Let me go move this back over here. And still nobody can see because of flowers and all kinds of stuff. Let's do this right here. Here's what I'm looking at. There's the script. We also have in here a original script. We do a substring on it. And passing in the instruction pointer. Execution pointer, what is it? INST, there it is. We're like way off. Here comes Rory. Hey Rory. Let me get you a different view.
I see behind the curtain.
Yeah, I did this to see if there would be a shot. That didn't work. I was thinking.
Oh, right, yes.
Rory's seeing me at high speed again. I want to see if I can switch over one more time and then switch back. Does that work? It's a double.
Yeah.
Is it? It's a double switch,
good.
Rory. That's
I see.
That's what's the fix.
You gotta fake out the fake out.
Yeah. Let me give you sound, and I'll. How's Rory sound? He sounds a little low to me, I think. Give me a second. Share my screen with you. I feel like I'm doing hacks all over the place to make software work the way I want it to work.
Is it that kind of a week, that kind of a month, that kind of a year?
I don't know. I'm like stuffy nose. And so maybe I'm a little more sensitive to all the stuff I got to do. I feel like I'm at a problem already here, Rory. I'm still solving the same problem before.
With debugging our debugger.
Yeah. Everywhere you see blue, I think we're kind of good. And when you see red, it looks like we're off. Is what
That's
it looks
better
like.
than 50-50.
Yeah, we'll see.
That's a positive net.
This is all you do, Rory. You just make things better. That's all you do. Rory sounds to be excited. You mean his volume is a little quiet. Let me see what I can do here. Let's see, volume mixer.
Music's nice and upbeat.
Yeah, I'm not too unhappy with that. Let's see what happens if I do this. And let's do this to you. Good, Rory. Give me some
Testing.
audio.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. How
Right.
awesome is our debugger? So early dev's happy.
All right, cool. So I got a theory, and my theory is that script should equal original script substring at instruction pointer. That's my theory. And
Okay.
I don't know if this is going to be. Uh-oh. Whoa. How'd that guy get in my stream, Rory? What the?
Did I leave the door open when I came in?
There's a door over there. All right, just flew out.
House.
Jetsam, thank you for not, doing anything more egregious than that. So I'm going to try this. I don't know. This is equal script. I'd like to see if we ever come in and it's equal to it. I guess maybe I should change that. I don't know. I don't know, Rory. I don't know. I think I'm like not my normal optimistic self. So I got that breakpoint there. Let's disable our breakpoints and restart, come in from the beginning again. Disabling everything and running. And let's exit combat at 10 minutes. That's good. At least that went away. So let's redo Wild Surge or enter combat. Send a doc command in here to get rid of all the portals on the screen. Let's enter Wild Surge Rage. Here it comes.
That is a very interesting wild surge range.
Yeah.
Copper Beardy is in the house.
Welcome, Copperbeardy.
Welcome indeed.
Glad you're here. Yeah, I love that comment in the file. Yeah.
We've yet to prove it's of any use, mind, but
Yeah, we're still trying to get up to the point that we can write code past this line of code here. We're kind of blocked. Hold on. I think I got something. This is going to help me write code better, I think. There we go. Or maybe this one. What is this? This is me.
Steve Martin, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks like Steve Martin. All right. We got to get to a breakpoint here, and then we'll make that change. Let's do it again. We'll set it up again. Exit combat. Copperbeardy, while we love seeing you and having you here, interrupted us right in the middle of our stepping through this code. What do we got now? What? Oh, because it rolled the dice. We actually can do it. We can go in. All right. Let's first of all put a little bit here so we get a sense of how I'm feeling right now in this moment. This is me trying to get out of jail from this thing that I put myself in because I'm insisting on getting this instruction pointer really close. I feel like I can do it if I was only just a little smarter. Right here at this breakpoint, Rory, so here's the deal. We want these two to match. If these two match, that means that the code that we think we're working on is matching the calculated part of the code that we're grabbing it from based on the instruction pointer. See it?
Yep.
So we're looking for that. First time we're here. Let's go into debug and say, enable all breakpoints. Because we're pros. All right, I think, this is my theory, this one is maybe problematic. Advanced instruction pointer. I don't think we need this. Also, we have a breakpoint here that's got a condition that says, hey, we're not going to come in if we're off. So that's actually, when we're here, it's these two right here that we want to look at and see how far they're off. And holy cow, they're off by a lot.
That's just an interesting effect, though, because that suggests that the body that we are using, or the set of instruction we're working on, could in fact be preceded by a carriage return, which would make it not be equivalent to anything that didn't have one.
Yes, that's true, but that's not our problem here, though. Our problem here is we're off by quite a bit. Look, this guy matches with this guy. So the original script, the instruction pointer's way far behind.
We've trimmed sort of from the early part.
Yeah, so I want to go into the call stack and find out why that's the case. If I can. And debugging this is mind-numbingly mind-numbing.
Did we change fully over to, I'm noticing things that I was familiar with yesterday when we were making try statements and if statements and things like this, sort of more correctly named versions of things so that we could read the code better. Did we do much of a transition to that? Did we complete those two?
Yes, those two are completed.
Did we make any others?
No, those two are completed. Test cases all pass.
Well, that's good. That's always a good sign.
So script evaluate, the if script comes from the body. Which comes from the if statement, which is what we've collected.
I don't think the code in the original script substring is in fact valid, much less anything else.
Yeah.
We're either taking too much, because it looks like it should end at the word rage, because it'd be the inner piece. Or sorry, not the word rage, the equals true piece. Because we've got an if with a condition, and it looks like we've tried to grab the condition because we've taken the first part of the if off, but then we've just kept going and taking everything else as well.
Yeah, also, we've got another problem that's going on that makes this hard. We have reentrancy of the expression evaluator. The expression evaluator was never really designed to maintain its position or know where it was. And as a result, we can call a function like, give me a second here. We can call a function like set. Set can change the state. That calls a C# function, right? Which can change a state, which can trigger other events, which can come back into the expression evaluator and now change your original script, which just happened.
It's the same script evaluator. It's not a new instance of, it's not one that involves a stack with a fresh set of memory, and it'll just overwrite itself.
Yeah.
Which is, corruption all the way, really.
It is corruption all the way. Speaking of corruption all the way, it's impeachment day in the United States, and hopefully that'll work out. I watched. I was stunned by Devin Nunes's speech. I was stunned at how crazy one-sided his approach was, and the manipulation of data. I was like, whoa, to the point that I thought, okay, I think this guy's doing harm.
Have you ever noticed how all the good TV shows show up on TV at the same time, and it's impossible to watch all of them, right? So Impeachment Day being clearly one of them, which I have missed entirely because of the ongoing Brexit saga, which is just, crazy as well. I had not realized that we'd actually made some progress over there.
Yeah, it's definitely progress. Okay, I want to kind of take this out.
Okay.
I can't do changes here. I'm gonna kill the app. I can't do changes here, and I haven't solved that problem, and don't know that.
Very nice, Jetsam. Merry Impeachmas.
Yeah. I'm now going to take away this breakpoint, and I think I'm going to try a different solution based on your suggestion.
Okay.
I don't know. We'll see what happens. Let's look at the code and see what we got. So we're going to come back over here. I'm going to undo all of these. And I'm going to actually create a new layer. We're going to put these on in the new layer so that I can just turn it on or off. Maybe collect more data if we need it. Okay, so we have that. We have our breakpoint. Yeah, breakpoint's there. So Fred is just, I've had him turn off for a little bit. There he is right there. And now turn him off again. Yeah. I want to get out of jail today, Roy.
Out of jail is fun.
I want one of two things. Either I want to get out of jail, or I want you to convince me that being in jail is actually a good thing. It's actually not that it's bad. I don't see the app. Oh, there it is right there. Just showed up behind things. Okay, initialize player data.
Given your reentrancy problems, I'm not sure how we're expecting to fix that without either instancing a new evaluator or instancing a new set of memory on some kind of a stack.
We've done that. I added the code to do it.
There we go. See,
yeah.
Clever.
Yeah. So we're basically storing the original script and the instruction pointer, putting it in something we're calling a stack frame, pushing that stack frame, and then when we pop it, we're recovering. Okay.
Sweet.
So that's not too bad, and that is inside. Whenever we call it from an external location, which is this evaluate, I created a separate internal evaluate, which is called internally. The engine also comes in here and just aggressively assaults itself.
Okay.
It does. No, it does. It's to the point where you're like, what?
It just reminds me of that old adage about shooting yourself in the foot and how many different ways there are to do it.
Yeah, this is not at all. Nobody ever was thinking, let's keep track of where we are when we wrote this. That did
But it's
not
fine.
happen.
We're going to drag it into the 21st century. And
I don't know. We may be building a ship with block light, wood this way and that way, and nailing it all together and hoping it doesn't leak.
But it's all wood, so it should float. It's fine.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I've got like a iron pipe over here, which I'm going to nail on in a second too. Yeah. So Surly Dev left us off to the gym. Might harvest coins from my phone while on the treadmill. Okay. All right, buddy. Okay. Let's see what we got. I'm running. Let's enter combat. Surly likes to harvest the coins.
He does.
And now I want to go to, I want to say, let's wild search rage, click on debug, and then set to my test breakpoint. 1. All right, so we're here. So we're lined up and happy. Everything's good at this point. So let's go over. What's interesting is we did not get to the if this time. It's maybe possible that I came in too late, but I think unlikely. Let's just document it nonetheless. So we're saying we're here now. Whoops, let's get this to blue. Blue means good. So we're here at this line right here. Okay. I don't like that big. Let's do that. Okay. So there's that. Off by 4. So this is there's a mystery here, Rory, I want to solve, which is why are we off by 4? See that?
Yeah, I see the 2 different strings, although with Fred where he is, it's a little hard to... So you're specifically taking this section, substring 4, so you're taking the if space bracket, which is presumably previously to the left. And EA code is pre-calculated by our code. It is getting the same start position, but a different end position.
Yeah, the end position I don't care about. It's just got to match. The reason why is the code knows what's going to be executed. Okay? This right here is the whole original piece, so we can find it. Now, we can...
Where is EA code set from?
Where's this code? EA code? Yeah. Set from brilliant code I inserted into the original. Trust me, it's all awesome.
I have all the faith.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with this. The question is, where is it, right? So EA code thinks it's at instruction pointer, but it's not, and that's because we're like, okay, you know, what happens is we move the instruction pointer past the place we just looked at, and then we say, oh, okay, we got it, and then we go back and give it, you know, and add it. So it's, and then because we're reentrant and calling ourselves so many times, that's where this opportunity for missing,
So we start with an if, and then we decide to advance the pointer, and we go inside the if to look at the condition, and that's what we're sort of allegedly looking at now. Yeah. Having then evaluated the condition and determined true or false, we should then pop, to some extent, back out, and now be looking at the if again, but have knowledge that we should advance the pointer in a different sense. It should now go past the condition.
It works. The engine works a little differently. If we're here, what we do is we collect all of the expressions and the bodies.
Okay.
At once. These are all collected and parsed out first.
Wow. Yeah.
And then in this method called, where is it? I think it's like if blocks. No, not if block. That's not it. What is it?
You got if statements and try statements.
I thought I had the word block in it.
Okay.
If block value, what do you say? Try block. Well, if we go find this, we can probably find the piece that we're interested in. No, where is it? No, these are too far out. Wait, hold on, we're close. Try statements, if else statement list. Hold on, we'll get to it. That's what I was looking for, execute if list. Okay. So we collect all of this data all the way down.
So the if list is the entire if, else if, else if, else if, else if.
So that's why I know that I'm really highly confident that I got the expression right. And I know the body of it as well. So we're doing that. Then,
so we collect all of that up. We say if there are any of them, we're going to start looking and trying to find the first one that effectively is true.
Yes, and then it executes the body. So that's what's going on. So that's kind of behind the scenes what's happening.
Does the individual? So how is it? The body is obviously a set of text. Does it know its own offset from any given location?
No, it doesn't. I try to track it, but I'm not 100% convinced I got it.
I'm just kind of thinking about where the execution pointer is going to be set to. During, it's fine because it's sort of executed in isolation, so to speak.
Yeah.
But afterwards.
Here, I'll show you. We'll set a breakpoint in here. It's I got a breakpoint right here. Actually, we'll get to it in a second.
Yeah.
This is a conditional breakpoint. Conditions. If it starts with result double equals. So let's just keep running. And we should see these in a second here. So now in their next line of code is set just entered wild search range false. Okay. That's
Just
now
clearly the second piece of the
right.
substring one above.
Now we're off by just a nightmarish amount. Right? However, our hack that we suggested, right? Our hack, which is basically, hey, it's the index of right here. Our hack is maybe going to work for us. Okay.
It's interesting. You say we're off by a hellish amount. However, we are off by a whole unit of code.
Yeah, I noticed
So
that.
it's not a half a unit or anything. It's quite, you know.
But down here, this code is looking good, right? These look like lines of code and correctly parsed. Result is equal to get roll. So using that search technique, we could nail all of these. Let's keep running. Now I think we're going to get inside. Get roll barbarian surge here. So now we're at here. So we were here and then we went to here. Hold on a second. Let me just undo this. I'm just going to say, based on that second point of data, we get to here and then we get to here.
Yes,
okay, so we're getting the right side.
Proceeding nicely.
Yes. So I'm going to say, look, at this point, our hack could help us. Our hack could get us through. Next, run. Now I think we're going to get those. Whoops, I'm hitting run from here. Run. Now we should get inside. Here we go. Here's your other question. Do we know where it is? Well, the body. So here you can see there's the body. Yeah, Visual Studio, when I hit Control to zoom in, makes it
That's
go away.
That's okay. We can roughly make that out. That's fine.
We think it's at 58. Okay? I think we're off. The conditional expression, result is equal to 1. We think it's at 187. Now, I was writing these down. We were off by 12 before. I'm not sure if we are off by 12 with this or not. I think it's 187. And
right. Well, okay. So what counts as a character? Because you've got visual characters, but you've also got white space. So CRLF will give you 2 characters, won't it?
Yep.
And
yeah.
that's
In fact,
for each and every line.
Look right here. This is the beginning of all the white space. It's /R/N/T/T. That's 4. And I think it might have something to do with being off by 12 or 4 or 8 or whatever. I haven't seen 8, but I've seen 12 and 4. So, character return line feed. What's the :3? That must be like we're looking for something. That's not an emoji. I'm not sure what that is. Okay. That's all I heard. Says pudding. What's CLRF?
Character return line feed. Oh,
it looks like it's close.
Yeah.
It looks like something different. I'm not sure what that is. Okay. So I just want to see what the body is here. The body of this is at 58. I just want to see if it's what that body is at, if it goes to 58. I want to write that down too. And tab and say the body is at 58. I want to see if it's off by the same amount.
Okay.
But I'm headed towards Hackland is where I'm at. Because if I've got at least one part good, I think I can still make this useful. I'll turn this off. Now what are we at? Here we are. Result is equal to 1. Okay?
That one doesn't have character return line feed on the front of it, and I thought some of the previous ones did. So I looked to get that from somewhere else.
Whoa! Who's that? Oh no! I'm gonna watch them do some aliens. Whoa. Go, little guy, go! Oh.
As he says, he's been away for a while. Lucky he came back when he did, otherwise we might have been overrun by aliens.
Yeah. So, not quite progress because I'm in jail. This is me. I'll just draw my beard on here so we can kind of see it. That's me. However, okay, here we are. Look down here. Result is equal to 1. I did a refresh up here. Whoa, too far. What happens if I go backwards? Minus 12? Or no, wait, I said, well, just, I guess, 0. We are at the body. Okay. So, hold on. The code we're executing, this is correct. This is passing in the body code. What is happening? I want to know what original ea.original script, and then pass in that number we saw before, which we just wrote down, 58. I want to see if the body really starts at 58. What? Oh, did you do this to me? Watch this. Selection, Alt tab away, Alt tab back, selection gone.
Yeah.
You.
A lot of programs do that. I never, ever find it useful. I've got a selection. Please keep my selection.
That's a bug.
That's way off.
It's not great.
Hold on. I want to see, where is it in the middle of that 58 is like, yeah, it's way off. All right, I'm about to give up on instruction pointer though. I'm about to give up on instruction pointer. In fact, I think I've decided I'm giving up on it. You're here for a historic moment. I think I can get through it without it. Let's look only at this guy right here and see if that's working all the way. That is, because what happened is we rolled a 1, I think, and now we're executing this line of code. So we got here. So we basically did that. So we're essentially following through. If we just use that text. Now, hold on. What's going on?
Piece again.
Why are we getting to wild search necrotic? Oh, because we're in here.
Internal
we're even
piece,
inside, yeah.
So that's even better.
It's not bad. Okay. I'm going to work with that. I'm going to give up on the my dreams of an instruction pointer.
Okay.
And I'm just going to give up on it. Let's rename it. Give up on
Caps lock.
I need you, Rory. I need your voice saying caps lock when I type a couple things in with caps lock.
Caps lock is an incredible key. As far as I'm aware, its sole purpose is to turn caps lock off.
Yes.
I don't know anybody who ever deliberately turns it on.
Yeah, I need to do some configuration. All right, give up on this instruction pointer. We are not going to worry about that anymore. We're not going to get it here either. In fact, I'm going to get rid of all of this. This is a serious hack. You know, don't do this at home, kids. I'm going to change this to don't do this at home, kids. All right, so our hack is to kind of figure out where it is, where this section is based on the original script. In fact, I'm not even going to worry about that. Instead, what I'm going to do, we're going to put this hack in another place. We get rid of here. And we're going to come in and we're going to feed another event in here, I think. That's what we're going to do. Which is going to be the same type as this. So let's do that. So let's create an event. And we're going to say execution changed. Like that. And let's create an event trigger for it. The super hack is gone. It's coming. We're gonna make this
super hack is gone because it was only needed on the premise that we were going to use the original hack, and we're not.
Yeah.
So
no.
no
Well.
Need it.
Well, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens here.
Confidence is pretty high in this existing method of doing things. We've seen a demonstration going through the code, and each and every piece was picked out correctly.
Yes. Yeah. And I just want to, reassure everyone that even though I'm hacking the heck out of this file, I got 1,000 test cases that are all passing. No, the super app's coming back, Coding Gorilla. Don't worry. Coding Gorilla loves the caps lock key. I did not know that about Coding Gorilla.
I don't think we need to lament the lack of the super hack too much. I'm sure there will be other hacks in our future.
No, it's coming. It's coming back. It's going to be part 2. It's going to be even more powerful than before.
Revenge of the super hack.
Exactly. That's what we're going to do. All right, let's create some UI. So I've got, execution changed. Create an event trigger for it. Create event trigger. Thanks, CodeRushed, for doing that code for me, because, I'm not into that. And we're going to just send those same args right on back, is what we're going to do. We're going to pass them right up, is what we're going to do. I think we got these. I can just have the next reference to find the one down in here. Now we can go trigger it. So that we can just go in and I just want to isolate, is all I'm trying to do here. Sender, I think it's fair I'll pass both of those on up. That's what I'll do. Okay, cool. And let's go back to where we were. Execution changed. Let's go find where we're hooking into exception thrown. In our test cases, is that it? We're not doing it up at the high level in the main window? Nope, we're not. All right, that's okay, I don't care. I'm gonna come down here. Oh wait, we are. There it is. I just didn't hit tab enough times apparently. All right, expressions. Execution changed. Expressions, execution changed. All right, I want some UI. Show me what's going on. All right, let's go look over at our designer. Let's get rid of this, I think. Is it raining over there, Rory?
I was wondering whether that microphone would pick that up. Yeah, the rain it's apparently all come to visit me.
It's weird, it's not raining here.
Well, that's because I've got all the rain.
Oh, okay. Well, share some.
That's because he's in England, says Legendary Moo. That's true.
Yeah.
Although there are parts of England with considerably more rain. Unfortunately, so we're getting all kinds of flooding at the moment. It's not very good for them.
Yeah.
So I count myself lucky regardless. Rain is, a little bit of rain is fine.
I want to list stuff. I want a list box in here. So this, let's see. I want list box. I want to change this up a bit. I'm gonna cut this to clipboard. I do want a stack panel here, and I want it to be horizontal. And I want that inside of here, I want another stack panel. This one I'm going to call it SP events, like that. And we're going to make this vertical. And I want my list box in here. Then I want, I think I can paste that other one in here. I want to put the list box above this, right here. LB for list box, LST, we're going to call this our feature events. Now, I want another stack panel here, horizontal, and this is going to have two list boxes side by side, one called features, active features, not active, yeah, not active features, assigned features. So I'm going to list all the features here, and then inside here, I'm going to have a list of feature events. Like that.
Okay.
That's what I'm going to do.
That's kind of a master detail thing. So you're going to pick
Yes.
a feature, and then you're going to see the events associated.
Yes. Now I got to figure out the data structure that's going to support this. Let's go figure that out. Go back over here. So to do, I'm like doing a scratch pad right up in here. I'm just going to come in and create a new class and we'll think about it. By the way, this is the way I like to do the show, where we're just like, okay, now let's run, right? Let's just go as fast as we can. So this is going to be called, I'm not even sure what this is called yet. This is like going to be event data, maybe. Let's play. I'm not sure.
Well, this is the advantage when you've got a set of tools that can react to your changing your mind, is you can experimentally try things and then just change the name of it as you evolve the content.
Yeah. Oh, let me show you this, kids, by the way. I'm just going to cut this to clipboard. If you're not using if you've got CodeRushed and you're not using the E template to create new enums, watch how easy it is. E space, you type in the name here, hit enter, and now I'm going to talk about the different event types we've got. Well, we've got spell events, I'm going to copy this to clipboard. Just hit enter, it adds the comma for me. We've got feature events, like that. We've got, what other events do we have? We have
item events of any way?
I think we have shortcut events.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Is what I think. We have shortcut events, and I think we'll stop there. So I'll just hit semicolon and I'm out like that. So very few keys to get to that point.
At some stage, although I'm not sure how you support this, you're going to have events such as the end of something, so timed events. So when things expire, would you be able to see those in this way?
Yes.
Do they count here?
No, you're right. It's flipping beautiful. Look at you, Rory. Okay, hold on a second. Alarm events, like that.
There you go. Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, it's so funny because I can't see you. It's not hard to imagine that you're just like my artificial intelligence version of Vision to help me out.
It's like
right?
Siri, only I'm Rory.
Could you could you say, yes, sir, happy to do that for you, sir? Something like that.
Yes, boss. Anything you say, boss.
It's not bad. It's not bad. All right, so event.
I'm sorry, Dave, I can't do that.
I'm playing, but I also want to play from a standpoint of a consumer, which I'm just going to create here. This is going to be a class I'm going to kill in a second. But I just want to say, what is this going to do? We need to go. I'm going to throw in a character here.
Scroll a little lower there, Mark.
You got it. You got it. Here we go. So I just want to, what's my consumption code when we add these events for the first time here? So let's, we'll return, what does that look like? Add events for a player. This code could actually come down. No, we'll stay here. We'll stay here. And it's going to go like player dot, what are my features? It's just that. We're going to go through for each feature. Then we're going to say, we're going to have a bunch of event data. So we'll have a new list of that. Events that we're going to be hooking. And then we're going to say events dot add new event data. Oh, the bot is doing it, Pudding, and it is all MP3 files I have that I've licensed individually, grouped by category. It's a pretty crazy solution, which is like what we do on this show. Where is it? Music? Could that be it? There it is. Drone game music. So I've got the different genres here. And inside there, I got a whole bunch of songs. By the way, they're named this format because Windows Explorer, if I've got, if I say select a whole bunch of things and I say rename all of these to just song, it'll automatically number for me.
Hero is in the house.
I think adventure I'm not really using. I think I use action instead. EDM I'm using. So I've just basically got a whole bunch of songs I've licensed, and we're just running through them based on what you choose. Each one I've got like over 100 songs. So kind of cool. So I've got like about, about 400 songs. The really cool thing about this pudding is you'll notice, and nobody else does this that's streaming, and this is so cool. When we end one song, we fade in to the other. So we fade out one and fade into the other. We built that on this show. All right, so we're gonna create a new event data. Well, we need to pass in the name of the assigned feature. Name. I don't have a name. Oh, I know, I gotta go into feature.name. Okay, cool. And I'll probably say it's event type. .features, events. I think I need those two things at least. And I think it's fair to say I also need the player ID. No, wait, I'm going to add this. Am I going to put it in the player? Where am I going to store these events? I think I'm going to store it in the player. And I just won't JSON serialize it out because I don't want it to suck up all this extra space. It's only needed up high. It's not needed down low. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Or, hold on. I think I have a better idea.
Okay.
I am going to I'm going to add this in. Hold on. Yeah, let's cut this. Kill this. We'll come back up here to the top of the file in a little bit. Somewhere here I've got like a player changed. Something. What do I got? Tab there down the bottom. Tab control player change. Update state UI for the player. That's kind of a place where I'd want to do this. I think I might change this to update all UI for player. No, let's do this. Let's make this all UI for player. Let's declare it.
Now, just to sort of quickly interject here, this suggests a line of thinking that says all events will be player-centric.
Oh yeah.
What does that mean for the alarm events?
Oh, it doesn't. That means the alarm events we got to solve some other way.
Okay.
Although there are alarm events that are tied to players, I'm pretty sure.
Yes, that's true.
So now what I want to do is
Just wondering what would happen if you've tied an alarm event to a player and then we move to the next player, but the expiry of that alarm event happens during player 2's turn.
I don't know yet.
Okay.
I don't know, buddy. You know, I'm not worried. You know why
That's
I'm
good.
not worried, Ray? Because
Force and ignorance.
it's how we get things done around here,
Yeah. Okay.
right? Brute force and ignorance. All right, next, coming in here. I need to create a new list of event data. So I copy that to clipboard, and l./ is going to give me that new list of data, and I'll call that events. Like that. I'm going to do it locally. And now I'm going to add this. Let's go declare this. Generate constructor. Let's do it with fields. All right. Nice. And I'm not sure what that was. Oh, I know what it is. I'm hitting F2 thinking I'm saving. Okay. So now we've got that. Oh, you know what? I should have done it without fields. I thought these were going to be properties for me, but they're not. Let's have CodeRushed do it instead. So come in here and declare property with initializer, and do the same over here. Okay. Hold on, I want to call this type. And I want to spell it correctly. And let's call this type as well. All right, cool. And then I want to say list feature events dot data source data context. Wait, is it items data source? Item source is equal to events. Okay?
That
You with me
sounds
so
good.
far?
I am indeed.
All right. Next, I want to come in. and I want
Pyrocat
to
says hi.
Pyrocat, how you doing, buddy? I don't have your thing ready yet, but you know what I do have that's close?
The chat room
Oh!
is on fire!
Isn't that nice?
Toasty.
Toasty. It's toasty. Things just got toasty. Pyrocat is here. Glad to have you with us, Pyro. What do I want? Yeah, chat room is on fire. Oh, I want to do a toString inside of event data. So I'm just coming here, I type in TS, it's spacebar, CodeRushed is going to give me that, and I'm going to say return name. Like that. Okay? So we're going to return the name. So now we should see all the feature events showing up. Let's run it.
Cool.
Oh wait, yeah, we should run it, be able to run it. And we should see it, or all the features. We should see
Yes.
all the features for each player show up. And as I change players, we should see that list change. I don't know if it's gonna work. Don't like look at me with that judgment, okay? By the way, I find myself often looking in the wrong camera. I look at myself in this camera, but this thing's not even plugged in.
Okay.
So I'm taking it down. It's off my monitor now. Real. So you're not going to see me doing this anymore. All right, kids? Oh, I took that out. Oh, this is me following your vocal instructions, which is, can't we just, get a test case here, Mark? And the test, yeah, we don't need that.
You
anymore.
got rid of the checkboxes, I understand.
Yep. Yeah, let's run it now. Need some hover drone with the camera next. Hover drone with the camera. Still? What is it? Oh, there. Gotcha. Okay.
That's the difficulty with working in TypeScript. It's so much more accepting of that particular kind of problem that it's easy to stop doing it in other languages that aren't so happy.
Are you saying I'm going to hook this to a real drone? What's going on here?
I think that might be.
Hold on.
Possibly.
Copy that to clipboard. Come up here, type in INR or INX, and you get there and you're done. It's bringing the execution point up here. Run it. All right. Okay. So now, initialize player data. Tap over here on debug. Let's see what the UI looks like. Let's click Willie. Nice. Let's click on Merkin. Nice. Those are the features. Sweet.
Eva Wolfhard, Merkin Bushwhacker. Eva Merkin.
Those are the features that people have.
This is really good. I mean, obviously it was going to work, but
Obviously.
yeah.
No, believe me, I'm screaming the same thing in my head right now, Rory. This is really good. This is amazing.
It's always
All right.
nice when you get the tangible evidence of what was previously, your certainty that it was going to work anyway, but actual
Yeah.
proof is, a stage better.
Now, next we got to figure out the events. Wouldn't it be cool If we could figure that out automatically. Wouldn't that be exciting if we were brilliant and smart enough to do that?
Yeah.
Well, let's look at it. See what we got. What ways do we have? What approaches do we have? Let's go to feature. Here are my events, but they're just strings. What if I could do something like this? Let's kill the app. What if I could do something like this? Like that. What if I could mark it with an attribute? Can we do that?
Totally plausible, yeah. And then go reflect over the class, finding all things that are events, and produce a list.
Nice. Look at that. I think I'm going to do that. See how that works. Look at that. All right, cool. Now, what's going on with attribute? I've never really looked at this, or it's been a long time. I don't know if I want to add any other data other than just this for now. Excuse me. Sweet. So I love that. Let's go to spell. It's probably going to be faster to come in here and just type in spell. All right, let's look for the events here. There they are. All right. You liking this, Rory? It's as if we were good coders.
Oh, yes.
As if. All right, so we'll stop there at those two places. Next, let's figure out how to get those. I think I got something. Oh, it's so exciting. You guys will be so impressed. You're gonna be like, Mark's not such a, what's a family safe word for not good? Bad? Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really use that language very much, but Mark's not such a bad coder after all. All right, so let's see what we got here. We are, what is it? Update, UI. Let's rename this to Events UI. All right. Now, hold on. I almost got some. What's on my clipboard right now? D&D event is on it. Okay, I don't need that right now. All right, let's focus on this and getting that collection of events. I think I'm gonna create another class for this. Come up here. Pyrocat says, typing whilst balancing laptop on a single knee makes you miss keys too. Easily bouncing around all over the place.
I can believe that.
Could I have the name of the D&D event to listen to respond to, says Hugo. I think that's, I read that, Pudding says I want to be smart enough too. Try on a treadmill, Pyro. All right. So I want to come in here. Oh, by the way, I was talking to one of our listeners about prostate cancer because I had prostate cancer a couple years ago. And at the time, I was offered, or actually suggested, chemo, radiation treatment, as well as injecting female hormones. This is all prior to my surgery.
Okay.
And based on the what we could tell, and we couldn't tell with certainty, it looked like the cancer was totally contained within the prostate, but it was at stage 4. They were like, we gotta treat it as if it were stage 5. We gotta operate on you. And I said no to all of those. And afterwards, they did a biopsy, and it was completely contained. My surgery was about 1 month away from diagnosis. So diagnosed, a month later, I was operated on. I was a total fan of all of those choices, by the way. I wasn't a fan of any of the side effects of any of those things. Injecting female hormones tends to make the surgery go better. It slows down the growth, I think, of the prostate cancer, but it has lasting effects like hips. And I'm like, yeah, I don't want to have permanent effects, from that. So I was like, said no to everything. So anyway, I just passed that on in case any of our listeners out there are considering options on that. All right, so let's see. I want to go, what am I doing here? This is my event manager class is what I think I want to call this. That's my event manager. And I want a dictionary in here, a new dictionary of, hold on a second. I need to get I want an event. I'm going to say indexed. I'm going to say ints for now. I'm going to change this in a second. These are going to be not ints. These are going to be types. Can I do that? I think I can. We're going to say event types. And I'm going to make this a static class. And I'm going to get rid of this. Whoops. And I'm going to come down. I need this static. ST is a great template to get you static in C#. I think it works in VB too. So we're going to see event types dot add. We're going to start adding some of these in here. So event type dot feature events, and we're going to add type of feature, like that. Then we're going to come down here and get the next one, the spell events. We're going to do those two for now. Okay. Then we're going to say load events. All right. The cool thing about this is when we're done, all we have to do is just put that, all we're going to have to do is put that attribute in front of our events.
Yeah.
And as long as it's we've got a mapping here, it'll all work, and we'll get in there and do it. So let's, I'm certain about this. Let's move this out to its own file. It's syntactically incorrect. Will CodeRushed get it? CodeRushed does. Okay, cool. Now I want to say for each on this, like that. Nope, I want to do it on the keys. So I'm going to cut that to the clipboard, and I'm going to type in FE again, and then CodeRushed is going to give me that. And then I'm going to come in here and say event types of the key. I'm going to call this key, like this. At least for now I will. Then we want to say call load events on that. Which doesn't exist yet. I'll just grab this one, and we'll do that. Whoops. Really? Declare method. There we go. Now it worked. Okay. Now, system reflection. I need to get all the members. I never remember how to do this.
No, me neither. Let's have a quick search.
Reflection, load all members. I even do it in this code, but it's like filter by attribute. Yeah, I've written this code before, but I'm sure it was done the same way. Here we go. Boom. Boom. I'm going to start here. I'm not even going to read it. I'm just going to paste it in.
There are some Stack Overflow answers that you go to again and again and again because they're there, and that's why you don't remember it, because
Yeah,
you know you
yeah.
can just go there.
Yeah.
I
Also,
do it
this
myself.
is not quite what I want. What is it? Application.assembly. Hold on. Let's see if we can get application. Application. Am I right? No. How do I get the current running current assembly?
It was offering you app domain there.
App domain dot current execute current domain dot. Where is it?
Is it assembly at this point, or something assembly?
Instead of current domain, assembly? No. I can try assembly. Yeah, maybe that's it. Oh, gosh. This one had to be static. Come on, guys. They passed in the assembly is what it is. What do we got over here? Give me something. Just give me that. What is it? I'm forgetting it. Get type assembly. Coding Gorilla with the win.
There we go.
He's awesome.
Good job, Coding Gorilla. Totally saved me. What am I doing here? Type.getAssembly. That's what I want anyway. Can I get a call to get? No, not nested type. I was hoping we'd have get assembly in here. Oh, it's assembly. Oh, Coding Gorilla had it for me already. Okay. Assembly dot, and then what is it? Get types. Do I want that? No, I don't want that. I want to actually get the type that I'm
Can you not
passing
do
in.
a type of specific type and then use that, or something similar?
Oh yeah, you know what? I should just look down. We're right here. But I don't want type get custom attributes. I want to type get all members. So let's, whatever. We'll work our way through it. I don't want the class with the custom members with the custom attribute. I don't know. See if we got a better answer that can give me. There. That's what I want.
That's it.
I don't want to get all the types because I already know the type. Or are you suggesting I don't do this and I have a second attribute on this guy? Like, holy cow. Are we going to do this? And we go through all the types? It'll have a slower startup time, but it would be easier to define new things in the future. Let's try it. All right.
With that attribute there, it should be, unless you're going to plan it to sort of pass a static list of types, having the second attribute will speed things up simply because it will only start to investigate a type's members when it detects it does have the class level attribute.
That's kind of what I'm talking about.
You'll still iterate all the types, but you won't do as invasive an analysis on each one unless necessary.
Yeah, I'm a fan of this. Let's do the same over here with the that kills that allows us to remove our map.
If you really wanted to speed it up, you could put all of them in a single namespace and pull that one up.
Well, they are. They're in.
But I meant a namespace of their own, which is a little bit less friendly for other purposes.
I got you. No, I'm not going to do that. But all right, let's go back over here to Events Manager. Now, so let's go back to where we were. Let's undo the code that we have over here. I want to grab a something from the D&D core because I know that's where I want to grab. I'm just going to grab feature dot. I need a get type on this, or type of, I mean. Assembly, get types. Okay.
So we don't need to pass type into that anymore at all.
Yes. Thanks, because I was just looking at the code and like,
actually,
what?
that means that this code that you're writing in this method, well, the method underneath is now irrelevant. And actually, your event types, which seems so far to be constructed purely for the purposes of feeding into this facility, also is unnecessary.
Yes, these are gone. These are gone. This is gone. That's all gone now.
And final static method in there probably as well.
This is going to be our D&D. What attribute? What is it? My D&D. What did I just call that? Event. Why does it not have it?
Huh.
Where was it?
We're not in the right namespace to see it. Where did we create our attribute?
You know what I think might have happened? I didn't. D&D has events. No, never mind. D&D core. It's right there.
That's the class level one, yeah. That's fine, that does exist.
Okay. So there is that. Do I want to have this return? I don't think I do. I think I want... Wait, what's my problem here? Due to its protection level.
Ah, okay.
Why?
Internal.
Why would you do that? I don't know. Let's go find the other one. All right.
Right, you're currently doing a yield return on the type, but are you not supposed to then do an internal iteration on the members of that type,
Yeah.
testing them for whether or not they have the other attribute?
Yeah, I think I'm going to do this in two pieces is what I think I'm going to do. I think I'm going to...
Okay.
Let me see, can CodeRushed fix this? CodeRushed cannot fix this right here. Yeah, I think I'm going to work on the ones inside. That's what I think I'm going to do. All right, so we're going to go here now. And let's see. We need to now get to that second piece, which I think is here.
So is it type dot get properties? Yeah. Oh, well, are these properties? I can't remember. I think they probably are.
They are. And this one is going to be a D&D event. Right there. And I don't need anything else. I don't need the where. I don't think I need any of this.
I think you need an any to suggest that there are, or that there is more than zero attributes with that name. Is that right?
I'm not sure what any does, actually. Am I in the right spot?
Any's like testing greater than zero on count, only you don't actually count all the way up to however many there are. It immediately passes true if you have one.
Hold on, let me go back here and let's see what I was at. I'm gonna, because I got my where. Yeah, it wants to take that whole thing.
So get custom attributes with the comma true piece is going to get you your list of attributes that match that. And therefore, if you go .any instead of .use, is that right?
And then I've got this extra .any at the end.
Don't think you need that. But you may need to close out your brackets because that's the closing of the where.
I'm not seeing
Oh,
it.
hang on. Is that what it is? So actually, you close out the brackets twice after true, and then any comes afterwards. Is that it? That's paired with that. That's there. That's
Yeah, I'm like...
that. There is what I was thinking, but it's obviously not right because.
Hold on. I'm like... yeah, I'm a bit confused by any and use. I'm like, wait, what? I think what I want to do I feel like where, let's kill all of this. Let's get to here and see where we are here. Oh, it's any means, I think this is any means that we have any amount of them here. And it's going to return a Boolean, but you're trying to assign to a list.
Yeah, we don't actually want to get the list. We would just want to determine that there are some. And if that's...
I think I do want to get a list,
hang
actually.
on. No, sorry, we do. You're right. So we don't need the any, because we're getting properties.
Well, no, the any is for the p custom attributes piece. I'm like at a point where I'm like, let's just write this using regular procedural code, and I know I can write that code fast instead of watching me struggle on, this.
Fair enough.
Let's see what we can do here. Is that fair to say that, or do we need to check for null on that?
I think that's fine. I think you'll get an empty list if there are none.
Yeah, and then I think that would be my guess as well. So if that's the case, then we want to now add the property info dot the name of that property, and we want to add, I think we could add the type. We could bind it to the type reference. Like that. Let's kill that. Put each link method on a separate line. You replace where with the any. Interesting. Let's build this for a second. Let's see if CodeRushed can clean this up. I don't know if CodeRushed can do this. Well, we've got this.
Okay. So we've got it embedded inside the for each, which is
this is not the.
A little bit more, but
hold on.
But it's still.
I want to do the call form here because we were working on that. And what do we got? Well, it's got linked. It hasn't converted the link to any. The select, we didn't have the select piece either. We could do select to name, couldn't we? And then it would just be property name. Like that. All right. Okay. So I don't know, we got that. And then we got add event. It's going to bind a type to the name. Yeah, and I was thinking here we're going to need a dictionary of type index strings. So a new dictionary of what's on the clipboard string, and that gives me there. And these are going to be our known events. Okay, like that.
Yep.
Codebase Alpha is with us. You know what's awesome about that?
Everything.
Fanfare coming up soon. And everything. But no fanfare. How come we didn't get a fanfare for Codebase Alpha?
We also have no drone game by the look of it, because no coins.
That's interesting. We may have lost it if we. Well, I'm not sure. Was he here yesterday? No, we changed it, Legendary Moo, so it's I guess I can refresh the drone game. Sure you don't want to go out in that rain, Rory? Go home? You want to stay a little longer?
I've been staring out the window thinking it looks very wet, but at the same time, we are fast approaching the time when I really should consider a transition in location.
All right. Let's see. I started focusing on the drone game. Let me get some music going up here again. Is it playing? Yeah, we lost Signal R. Interesting. Okay, so let's read. Since you're leaving, Rory.
Yeah.
We're gonna drop this down.
Okay, people. Everyone have a great evening, a great day, depending, of course, on your time scale. And I will catch you probably tomorrow.
All right, buddy. Thanks so much. I really appreciate it. All right, there goes Rory. Thanks so much, Rory. He's awesome. And the sound of the rain has dropped a little bit here. Let's bye, Rory. Let's go kill every instance of Chrome that's running. Let's start up our overlays again. We've seen the Signal R kind of seemingly disconnect. That's what my hypothesis is with regards to why do we lose the fanfares. And it seems to happen when we're debugging and when we're in a breakpoint for a long time. So that's my theory. But we're starting up a new instance right now. I'm going to go in and refresh the drone game one more time. That'll give it a chance to reconnect with Signal R. Here it comes. Looks like my upload speed just dropped temporarily, pretty low. Looks like the drone game is still taking a while to refresh. Have you ever thought of running the bot inside of a container so it isn't subject to your active debugging? No, I've not thought about that, ever. Oh, here we go. I didn't notice that we were stopped at that breakpoint. That seems to be what Jeff Fritz does with his. Well, I will maybe talk to Jeff about that. I think I'm going to be with him next week, so... I'm going to take a bio break, show you a CodeRushed commercial. I'll be right back. Whoops, that's not it. It's the... All right, it's as if I wasn't ever gone. Michael's talking about it too. Yeah, I am not, a guy who's knowledgeable at all in the area of containers. I know people are talking about them all over the place. I need to be informed. I need to be educated in that. So when that happens, I can make that transition. So definitely I'll try to learn more about that next week. Let's see. Back over to where we were in the D&D app. We're writing live coders team members who are. Yay! Yay, yay, yay. Yeah, you know, the problem is I just am like, you know, I don't allocate enough time to getting myself up to speed with, you know, all this technology. If it's not anything that is, you know, that I can see is producing, you know, immediate events. What are you, like, busy or something? Yeah. Just a little bit. Trying to make everything, trying to make everybody happy, right? Okay, so let's see. We've got known events in here, and then I can come in here and I can say known event dot add type name, like that. It takes work to make that head so smooth. That's true. I want to set a breakpoint here. I want to see what we get. I want to call load events from when we start up. Where should I do it? Well, we're doing it here, actually. I think it's fair. We just set a breakpoint here. We should hit it if we run. But somebody's got to reference the event manager, though, I think. Let's do this. Let's make this, let's do this known events like this. Then I can come in here, get it from here. Then over here, and I can say in our constructor, I think I can do something along these lines like, I guess I could just do this. I don't know. I'm just trying to trigger the breakpoint. That's all I'm trying to do. Let's start on this. Yeah, I don't think I read that correctly. Michael Jelly said, it takes work to make that head so smooth. Michael, if you ever want to do a joint stream where we're both streaming at the same time, or you're a guest over here and you help me out, teach me how to be a really good programmer, I will by all means say yes to that opportunity at any time. So let's see here. My type is feature and my name is on activate. Here comes another one. Feature and on deactivate. These are sweet. Cool. Uh-oh. What's this? Through an exception. Item with the same key's already been added. Oh. Is this me being stupid? This is me being stupid. Stop it. Let's go back over here. Yeah, it's not name. It is a list of names is what this needs to be. This needs to be a list of strings right here. And this needs to be a list of strings right here. And now I need something to the effect of, hey, if not known events dot contains key, the type, then we're going to say this, and we're going to add a new list of strings right there. And then we're going to come down here. We're going to say known events of the key of the type dot add the name. That's what we want to do. All right, one more time. So this is cool. We are going through all the types in the D&D core, and we are looking for types with this attribute on it And if we find them, we're then looking for properties with this attribute on it, which indicates it's an event. So in this way, we're automatically loading up our events. And now we're at a breakpoint here, and so we've got on activate. This is for feature, on deactivate, on player cast spell. Did we get the taco fanfare? We did. It was nice. On player swings weapon. On player starts turn. We still on feature? We are. On player saves. These are all really nice. Okay, so that's all working. Now we're in spell, and in spell we have on cast, on casting, on player attacks, on player hits target. Sweet. So now we've got a whole bunch of events. And to give you context for folks who are just, tuning in, I'm trying to create this UI right here, or something close to it, that allows me to take the scripts that I have assigned to these different events for spells and for features, aspects of the rules, the aspects that are essentially allowing us to model the rules of Dungeons & Dragons, and then step through those scripts. That's what I'm trying to do. Oh yeah, how's the fast going so far, Sterling Dev? Still going strong? Michael Jolly's been lurking all morning. Oh, interesting. Lurking? Yeah. Then you saw me do a bunch of this earlier today, like, huh? What's going on with this? And then finally I was like, I'm giving up on one dream, but I'm going to find it with another way. So I'm going to hack my way in. That's what I'm doing right now. So I'm going to still try to get it like this, but all my attempts to create an instruction pointer and integrate it into the coding seb expression evaluator library were near misses. Failed pretty like tantalizingly close to succeeding, but failed. And so ultimately I said, look, there's too much going on here. It's too much effort to solve this problem. Let's back up and find another easy way in. So I'm trying to create something like this. So right now I want to build this UI. So I would need to build these different pieces. Should I build the UI dynamically up here too? I think I can. Excuse me. Or maybe not. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do it. All right, let's do this. We're going to create a... let's kill the app. And let's create something that says build, type this to the clipboard, and we're going to make a new method called build events, debug events UI. Like this. And then we're going to, I'm going to still use the pieces that we've put out there, the XAML pieces that are out there, but I'm going to load them up based on what's here. So we're going to kind of have some known pieces up here. So we're going to say we want a type of feature like this, and that's going to get us all of those elements. 68 hours and 58 minutes? Dude. How do we get Will two of these? That's a little crazy. I haven't seen Will say anything in a while. Also, how did Freda the cat bring in Will Bennett? I don't get that. Freda, welcome, by the way. I'm not sure. I'm not going to explore that right now. I'm going to stay focused over here. So we're going to, yeah, nothing makes sense to me right now, and I don't want to explore it. I know where to go to ask this, find answers to the question. I don't want to do it. So we're going to say, call this feature events, like this. And then we're going to say, and then I think I've already got a list box up here. Feature events. Let's drill into that. Where is that? Yeah, that's the one I want to do. I want to fill that. So I say item source is equal to feature events, like that. And let's just run that and see what happens. So we should see, although I should sort it, it would be nice to sort it. It would be respectful to the user to sort that list. Let's see what comes up. I think we can skip this. This looks like it's working pretty well. And here's the UI. Let's initialize player data and click on over here. And also I'm going to hide this scroll. Yeah, not in alphabetical order, but sweet. Now, if I choose a player, we should see this other list box fill up. That did not fill up. Why not? Am I no longer doing that? Or does she not?
Working. Eva Wolfhard.
Oh, am I like, I think I'm using the same U control incorrectly. Am I using this elsewhere in here? Tap to next reference, tab up. Yeah, that's not what I want. Let me set a breakpoint here. And let's get back over here. It's not this one. It is the, what's it called? No, hold on. What are you, list box? Assigned features is what I want there. Okay, now let's look at the UI. All right, cool. This one got blasted because we reset it from starting. We're gonna have to restart because it's only filled at the beginning. Let's start it one more time. All right, that's cool. That's cool. I think I'm going to change things up a bit in what we're doing, but let's just look at it and we'll see what it looks like. Here we go. Hide the scroll. So here's all of these, and now when I change it, the other piece should fill, and this should remain the same. So, okay, so good, not bad. Now, the thing is, though, each one of these, like Eye of the Storm, has all these events. Second Wind has all these events. What I want to be able to do is set a breakpoint on deactivate, or maybe even in the script itself. And then click another one and see the breakpoint reset for what's here. So, and maybe on here I might have a different breakpoint set. So as I move between the two different features, I want to see these update with what breakpoints are set and the code window update as well. We should actually add the code window now. So depending on what's selected, we see the code for that event. And I think that would be a good idea. And I want to alphabetize these as well. Okay. I think I can alphabetize. Let's see. This I'm actually thinking I don't want to take from here. I want to get a structure. I want these added as event objects that have the name and they're owned by this feature event thing that goes in here. What am I putting inside here? These events. These are the events right here. These are the feature events. It's got a name and it has a type. The type is from the class, but it's really, I don't need the type. I just need the name since we know what we're putting them into. But I guess it doesn't hurt. So we'll throw that data in there. And then for that data, then we want to come in and do, we want to pass in like a third parameter here. Let's go and see what we make this while we're running here.
Merkin Bushwhacker.
We want to get, Can I? Oh, I can't add a parameter while we're debugging. I'm going to just kill it, and we'll come back in. Whoops. Okay. Let's add a parameter. We're going to call these the events, like that. And for now, I'm just going to hold on. I'm going to change the type of these later, but for now, I'm going to declare a property with an initializer on it just to hold on to it so we can then see those events. Because I also really want to, well, why not make it do it right now? This is maybe this event data. We should rename this class to an event group, I think. And then I'm going to create a new class called event data. And this is going to have a name. And it's going to have a Boolean that says break at start, I think. Like that. I think that's what it's going to look like. And now what I want to do is I want to come down in here and I want to say that my events is really a list of event data. And let's create a new instance of that. So let's copy that to clipboard, come up here, type in NINST. That's a CodeRushed template that'll give me something like this. Actually, a comma afterwards will give me a shorter version like that. And then I want to come down and do a for each on my events. Like this, my event, and I want to say events.add new event data, and I'm going to pass in my event, and this really just should be my event name is what it was, what it should be, event name, like that, and why did we lose? Hold on a second. Where's my... let's turn off. Okay, we've got the back one off right there. But do we have music? Did we lose music? What's happening with that? There we go. Okay, we got music. All right, so new event data. Passing an event name, it's going to say break at start is it's going to set to false by default. Okay. And I think that's not bad. Okay, so now our event group has got this in it. And the event group's got the toString override. Do we have that? Yeah, it just returns the name of the group. Then when we click on it, selection changed. What do we got? Selected item. What's coming in here? I don't know what's coming in here. Let's set a breakpoint here. Let's just see what happens. I could also cast sender to the list box and see what its selected item is, but I'm trying to learn something about the event arcs going in there. Okay, initializing player data. Better. Okay. Now, when I click on Arcane Trickster, I want to set the item source of list featured events equal to something. What is it? What do I got in here? Source? What is source? It's a list box. I don't understand added items or removed items. Those don't make sense to me here. What? Wow. That doesn't look good, Pyrocat. Okay, so added items. So I think we're looking at some code that looks like this. If added items is not null and added items dot count is greater than 0, then we're going to say item source is equal to added items of 0. Well, I really want to cast this as a it's a I think it's an event group. I think that's what we're looking at right there. But wait, I don't want to make it the event group. I want to make it the events, like that. See what happens. Okay, cool. Now, I don't think our events, I don't think we have a toString in our event data yet. So it's not going to look great. But maybe we could add one now. And would it be able to change it? Be able to do that? Rename that. Let's just see what happens. What don't you like? Okay. I get you. It's reasonable. All right, run. Okay, so yeah. All right. Let's set up a data template for the list box, which can't do from scratch. I totally forget how to do this. List box data template. Because we might be able to get this working without a toString right now. I need something like this. Well, let's look what our solution is. I need this. What's going on in the chat room? Kids, are we being nice to each other? The repetitive 12s. Someone was mining Bitcoin on your account. Yeah, look at me when you say that, Hugo. I mine coins with the drones. Yeah. All right, let's copy that. Let's go put this in. So this is in our events. And what do I got here? What does it not like about this? Why do I have all these lines here? Oh, I bet it's didn't find anything to update maybe. And what's the name of break it start? What does it not like about the grid in here? Property item template does not support values of type grid. Is this a restart? Oops. See if we restart. Still? Wait. Is it because of this? That was it. Well, I'd say that was it. Still got problems in here. If I take this out, is it really going to be happy? Going to be empty. We're like grabbing code right from here. So what's wrong with that? How would this code not work? It doesn't make sense to me how anything could have changed on this. Why would that fail? Why would we get this error? Data template. Is the code wrong? What? This code was wrong on Stack Overflow? What the what? Okay. All right, so let's undo, get back to where we were. Let's put data template around this. Okay. Now, see if this works. All right, initializing player data. Do I have to select it? There we go. And so now if I come in and I check this, oh, we don't have two-way connection though. So there's no way it'll just, oh, whoa, it is resetting. I guess we do have two-way connections. So that means now if I switch to Merkin, this didn't clear, but so I need to clear it. But now we're here, we go back to Ava. Was it Ava? No, was it Lady? Who had it? Or am I recreating every time? I'm recreating, aren't I? I bet I'm recreating and I don't want to do that. I really have to add them by player. Yeah, let's go look at the event groups. Yeah, the break and start doesn't make any sense here. It's really a player by player setting. Well, I could mutate this like crazy every time we had somebody come out. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. So we're looking at re-architecture here. So So I think the re-architecture looks like this. I think we can do it with it. Let's see if we can do it while we're running. Let's have a marker here. Let's go to initialize player data. I think it looks like this. Uh-oh. It's all right, we'll fix it. Yeah, I definitely have to move this down. Is event type used anymore? Yes, we are. We're still using it. Oh, we can't do the string edit continue, so we'll kill it. We create a new, so I've got something called events. It's event args and delegates. I want to create a new folder in here. Oops, new folder, sorry. I think I'm going to call it D&D events. And we're going to put these other pieces over there. Let's grab an event group. Wait, do I have two event datas? Oh, the list can't be found. Okay. And where's event data? There it is. Let's drag that up. Okay, and typed file. So now we got event data and event group right over there. And What next? Hold on. Bye, Pyro.
No!
All right, let's go back to add. What's going on with this? All these are the event groups. Each group has a name. So it's like an event category is what I think I need. Let's create something called an event category. Okay. So this is going to add our events. We do that when we call add events for player. Actually, here's where I can call clear all events. No, does that make sense? Hold on. No, it doesn't. This is just updating the UI. I want to call this to update events UI for player. Gonna Jason ignore this.
CodeRushed.
Yeah, I think the bang all by itself gives you one of the CodeRushed pieces.
CodeRushed. CodeRushed. CodeRushed.
Yeah. I think that's on purpose. I put that in there so it'd be easy to do that if I wanted to. That was like, how did that happen? All right. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's not what I wanted. Okay. Surly. Back from the gym. I didn't see you blow up a ship right behind me. I get focused sometimes. All right. Back over to character, I think. Say that again. Sorry. I just said surly. I was reading what Hugo said. Wow, blew up a ship right behind Mark. Didn't even flinch. SWAT. Surly Dev just escaped getting swatted. All right, back over here. Just want to put that type in there. And then I want to get it down here. Just want to ask for this by type. Okay, that might work. Let's see what happens. Build has been canceled. We canceled the build, kids. Oh. System Windows Event Manager. Okay. Okay. Let's rename ours. But let's not use. Let's do it manually. And let's go back into here. Yeah, so the code here is going to be pretty simple. It's going to look like this. And then, hold on, wait. No, not going to look like this. Build. This actually doesn't come here. I don't think we need this function anymore, actually. Let's kill that. All right, let's see what happens. All right, here we go. Initialize player data. Let's see, can we get this? Should have only one. We do. Here come the groups. Group is only one, Arcane Trickster. And there's 7 events. So we should see all the groups listed. Arcane Trickster. Now when we click on this, sweet. Now we're going to say, so for Willie, Arcane Trickster on activate. Then we're going to switch to Lady. Let's just run it and see what happens. And we're going to say, oops, we didn't lose this. Second wind. And we'll say on deactivate for hers. Over here, deactivate is there. Let's go back to Willie. Arcane Trickster, it's still checked. And over here, good. So one of the things we want to do is we want to clear this list whenever we change players. So let's fix that so we don't see this confusing information. What is it? Tab, player, change. That's it right there. Update UI for player. Right, events UI, and I think we want to say, yeah, that's where we want our breakpoint. And we want to say list feature events dot item source is null. And run it. Okay, cool. So now we can go back over here, second wind, and on deactivate still there, go to Willie. Arcane Trickster on activate is there. Sweet. All right. Next, when I click on these, I want to be able to see the code. And here's the challenge. Can we do this without starting and restopping? What does the code look like for any of these events? Let's see what we can do. All right, so first we need to add a code window for it. I think I'm going to do the code window as a list box. I'm feeling that. We can change it later if we want to do something like syntax highlighting or something like that. But for now, I'm going to make it a list box. Over here, we need to go into here. View Designer. It's part of our horizontal alignment right here. So I'm going to put right here a new list box. And this is going to be called our code list box. There's one challenge here, in that we won't be able to access this by name without, through edit and continue, without some hacking. But that's the, oh, we could maybe, yeah, no, we can't access it by name. That's the problem. It's going to have an item template like this, though. Because I need to be able to set a breakpoint. How do I want to set breakpoints? How do I want to show them? This is my original design, but I also had this idea for being able to set a breakpoint in the middle of the line over a selection like this. So that would represent a breakpoint. So this means it's at the start of the line. And this means when we get right in here, break. Which doesn't work for the list box. I can only do that as the list box. Let's just show the code for now. In fact, if I'm going to show the code for now, is it arguably better? No. I'll use the list box. We'll do this for now. Okay, so list code. Somewhere out here, I defined a template that'll work for me when I'm at a breakpoint. Let's just get to a breakpoint. Click on there to get to my breakpoint. I got the list box out there. I just declared it, called it list code. We will not be able to see it in here. I think we could type it in. Are we able to see it? No, no suggestions. It doesn't see it. I created a template a while back to help me in this scenario. It's total hack. for edit and continue. It allows me to create a property, temporary property, while I'm running edit and continue. There it is. XNC. A XAML named control. That's what I created. So I come in here and I'm going to type in XNC. And the control type, I'll specify it's a list box. And I'll just paste that in. And notice the comment, delete this property after your edit and continue session ends. So now I can come in here and I can access that by name. And all that code's going to do is it's going to go out there and find that and then get it back. It's a really sweet hack if you like working in edit and continue as much as I do. So we have that. Now what we need to do is, oh no, am I going to, no, I think I can still do it. Here, we need to have a selection change event. Yeah, this is the last thing I'm going to do today. But it's, you know, sufficiently fun and cool that we're going to do this. When we break there, then we're going to need to work with our list box that we just put out there and populate it based on finding that code. So we need to do that. So it's going to go list feature events, selection changed. Did I totally hook the wrong one? Or did I give it the same name? Nope, wait. I'm totally confused about what I just did. Assigned features. Oh, this selection event is coming from I clicked on assigned features, but I got over here because its selection is changing. I think. Pretty sure that's what's going on. So I'm okay with that. But I'm looking for another breakpoint there. It's going to happen when I click now. Now I'm looking for the breakpoint. Okay, cool. So I think it's going to look a little bit like what we've got over here. But here, it's not going to be a type of event group. It's going to be a type of event data. And it's got a name. Do I have a player? Okay, I think it looks like that. And let's declare this. Let's see if we can step through this. Whoops. Here. Okay. What? Adding a using directive. Try it now. Sweet. All right, and then we're in here. Get player event code. So the event, what's the event data I got for me? Is my type in there? It's not. We can still get it. Mark, can you use the fully qualified name then instead of using directive? Yeah. Really sweet hack for working in edit and continue. Thanks for the clip, Surly. Better than the other clips you do of me, man. You always get my biggest bombs. You're always there, Surly. All right, I'm just noticing, okay, I got my event data, but I really kind of want a parenting structure here. The event data is essentially a member of the event group, but we're not recording any of that. So I don't have a way to move up. I can cheat by looking at the list boxes and seeing what's selected, which I think I'm going to do now. So I'm not like really happy with the cheat, but I think it's what I'm going to do. So I want to go to... Yeah, I don't even know if it's coming from this group or not, though. Yeah, I'm going to have to build a parenting structure, which means I think I'm going to have to shut down. I'll hack it for now, and then we'll fix it. I'll do it for real tomorrow. Okay, so list, selected item. So we want to do something like this. If selected item is a event category. No. Event group. Let's see what happens if we just go into there. Well, let's do a big fat RN here to return null, and just so we can get in. No, it's not. What is the selected item? It's just a name. Am I in the wrong spot? I totally am using the wrong piece. Assigned features is what I thought I was in. Okay, sorry. Let's try again. There it is. Okay, cool. So we got an event group. So we know it's a feature. And we know the name is Wild Magic Surge. So that means we want to come in and we want to say active player dot get feature event group dot name. Ooh, we already got it. Sweet. Okay. That gets us our assigned feature. An assigned feature is a wrapper that contains an actual feature. The feature is what declares the event that we started by marking with this attribute today. Okay? So now what we need to do is go get its property, is what we need to do. So I should put a big to-do here, make less hacky. Please. Okay. There's my to-do. Let's see. Wait, what happened up here? Did I lose it? Did I delete my try to remain professional? There we go. So there's my feature. Call it a signed feature, I think. And inside there, I'm going to have my instance. Next, I need to do get the property using reflection, and I never remember because I'm always just copying code here. Get property reflection, property value, reflection, C#. Here we go. Okay. Now, our type is going to be the prop name is going to be here. And let's see what happens. Here we go. What's value? There's our code. Sweet. Now we're going to say we want to do something like this. Return value.split. String.split, is that what it is? String.split. Where's my split? Oh, value's not a string. Hold on. Let's do this. Value is string. Code. Then we're going to say return code.split. And carriage return line feed. Keep that sequence right here. No, it's just /ends. Ah. See if that works. Okay. And there's my item source assignment in list code. Is that all going to work? Look at that, kids. Holy cow. Look at that. All without leaving edit and continue, guys. That is flipping cool. So now we can go on at these. Looks like I need to also reset that too as well. Let's go over to Fred. Go to wild. Wait, he's got a wild surge rage on activate, deactivate, on roll complete. Boom. And this is what we started with today, kids. Yeah. That's awesome. So yeah, that's getting the code out from our, here, I'll bring it up. Out from our CSV file that's got the data for the different features defined out here. So that code is coming in right from here. We are almost ready to set breakpoints. Can you believe it? Whoops. Yeah. So we can set a breakpoint there. That should give us a 1 right there. Or set it anywhere along this line here. And that's what we're hoping for, is to be able to get the breakpoint, come out here. And maybe we'll be able to get that working by tomorrow. Nice. Yeah, I'm using Zoom It, Surly. Yeah. I'm going to say super cool. Let's find out who else is streaming right now. Which of our live coder buddies? Let's go say hi to InstaFluff. He's got 62 viewers out there right now. We'll go boost his viewership up a bit here. Press Control when drawing, it makes a rectangle. Oh, let me try that. Nice, I like it. What else you got? B is blue. Ah, nice. Cool. I'd like translucent a little bit. That would be nice. Nice stream, says Will Bennett. Nice chat room, says Mark Miller. Let's go over to InstaFluff. Get you rated over there. See you, Cyan. Nice audience, Will Bennett. Tell InstaFluff I said hi. And we'll see you tomorrow.